On this bumpy beer tasting from the Alchemist out of Stowe, Vermont, I have Luscious. So Luscious is a British style imperial stout. It comes in at 9.2% ABV. That's the can art right there. I don't need to show you anymore. There's hops all over the black can with Luscious there in orange. It says Luscious is our award-winning British-style imperial stout. It certainly lives up to its name. Now, my wife tried this beer, and she didn't like it. She took a couple sips and said she could only taste alcohol. I have yet to have it. Right now, it is probably a little bit too cold for what you typically drink a stout at for temperature. Took it out of the fridge probably about 10 minutes ago, but it's going to take a while to warm up. And I don't feel like waiting, so let's go ahead and crack into this one and put it through a bumpy tasting. Pouring this into a nice stout glass that was sent to me by Beer Man. So, very nice glass. Oh yeah, that pours out pretty thick and rich black. The head on this thing is super dark brown, chocolatey. And yeah, black as far as the color of the brew itself. Nice thick head on that. Tight bubbles. Looks like it may hang around a little bit here. Let's get some aromas. Alright, so I smell a little bit of like licorice, black licorice, or anise. Chocolate notes, deep chocolate. Kind of a mix between very dark chocolate and some semi-sweet. Smell a little bit of like a vanilla. It kind of comes off like fluff or marshmallow. I know marshmallows. Had this discussion on and off air before, where you can't really smell marshmallow. It's actually the vanilla flavor that's thrown in there. But it does have kind of a marshmallowy presence in the aroma. Yeah, this it smells like it's going to be a thick, rich, sweet imperial stout. A little bit of a roast in there. All right, let's go ahead for the first swig. So cheers. Yeah, it's got a I'd say full body, medium carbonation to it. It does have a little bit of a creaminess to the mouthfeel as well. There is some dark chocolate notes in there. The roast is coming up now, kind of the almost coffee-esque type notes. There is that little bit of like a vanilla kick as well. Some dark fruit type notes, along with just a little bit of like an anise flavoring. The dark fruit, I would say, is more along the lines of plum or fig. There is a bitterness to this one that it is building the more I drink on it. But up front, it's got a nice sweetness to it. Maybe as this warms, I think there might be like an alcohol presence that might show up, but I think there's so many other flavors in this coming through that it doesn't to me taste like alcohol. So I think that's hidden the maybe the bitterness or something. maybe that's what my wife was thinking was more of an alcohol note, but yeah, not bad. I do want to let this warm up and see if anything changes. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this now, and we'll be back after I let this sit out for a little bit. Alright, so when we left this beer, it was at 45 degrees Fahrenheit. It is now at 55 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's see what 10-degree difference has done, if anything. Alright, so it still has a lot of the same aroma notes. It does seem to have a little bit more of a boozy note in the aroma, though. The chocolate and the roastiness is kind of melded together a little bit. Smells a little bit more rounded, but just with like a little bit of an actual kind of alcohol nose. Alright, let's try this again. Cheers. Yeah, it just seems to, everything just seems to meld together a little bit more. I'm still getting those kind of dark to mid-range chocolate flavors. The roastiness is in there. The bitterness seems to have gone in a little bit better. It's not kind of a one-sided thought at the end. It kind of seems to be less bitter tasting at the finish, but just more well-rounded throughout now on the sip. That kind of anise flavor I was picking up before, that seems to have gone away. Still, there's a very slight, subtle hint of like a plum or a fig type note in there, but yeah, it's mostly on the chocolate side now. Richer chocolates with that roasty note is coming through a little bit more blended. So yeah, not bad. Still not really picking up on any alcohol notes in the flavor. This actually seems a little bit less harsh now that it's warmed up a little bit. Like I said, the bitterness doesn't seem to be as prominent at the finish. So, all right, it almost seems a little bit smoother too. So, oh, some grainy. I just got some grainy flavor out of the malt as well, right there. But for the Alchemist and their luscious British style imperial stout, I'm going to give this a 96 out of 100. It's going to land it as an excellent brew. So, cheers everybody, and thank you for watching.